Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I upload DIYs and interior design content. My name is Ashley and this is Interior.Break. In today's video, your girl is going to be DIYing this table. I was scrolling looking for a new dining table for us and I saw this and I was like, oh, I would love to put this in our dining room. But when I saw the price for it, I was like, there's absolutely no way that I'm paying that price for a dining table. So I was like, I feel like I can DIY this myself. I think I can do it for under $300. So in today's video, the first half, it's kind of a little vlog with Joanna and I, just kind of shopping around for the materials. And in the second half of the video, you guys can skip through if you just want to see the tutorial. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I really wanted to do this DIY on my own. And I had an idea of kind of how I wanted to build it, and then I was kind of just talking it through with Joanna, and Joanna's like, let's go to Windsor Plier. So let's see how this turned out. We're in this together. Can you communicate with me so I know?
So I'm just looking for different types of wood that are kind of gonna match the vibe you're going for with the ashy oak.
Yes.
And so you want something lighter that when you stain it, it's gonna like lighten, and something that's not gonna be $1 million per board foot.
Yes, and I don't want a yellow undertone.
So fir is not it.
Okay.
But maybe something like
But I like this one.
Birch or maple.
Maple. The maple's really nice.
So it's 11 per linear foot.
This is, but
So
this
the
is,
thing is, what you do is, we'll probably have to go to the contact shop for this though. But it would look really nice.
Wait, I'm confused. How does this work? Where don't you just have to buy the piece of wood? This is not like Home Depot.
What do you mean? Are you asking about like having it together the size of your table?
Yeah, where's the size of the table that I'm looking for?
We would be making that.
Why?
Because you can't buy hard pieces of wood that are 3 foot wide. Okay, well they also have plywood here. I'm just telling you the plywood is maybe not what you're looking for.
Yeah, but I want wood. But you're telling me now I can't get wood in big pieces.
What tree grows at 3 foot wide?
I don't know.
They don't. That's why you have to put things together.
So how am I supposed to put this together then?
I thought that we could do it together.
But how am I supposed to put it together?
I thought that you knew that you couldn't get a piece of wood without paying $4,000.
I must have missed that in school. I like this one the most.
Okay.
It's so pretty, and I don't even think I would put a stain on it. I think I would just put a finish.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Like, look at that. It's hard on camera to kind of see the difference, but I love the grains on this one. It's super beautiful.
We're gonna get help.
I love that for us.
Right.
Yeah. Hi.
Do you think that we could get some help over by the maple there?
For sure, absolutely. What can I help you with?
Well,
A lot. I was so confused about what Joanna was talking about. I didn't even understand why she even brought me here in the first place. I thought she was going to give me like an easier way to build this table, but I felt like she was being a carpenter and she tried to make it as complicated as possible. I knew my plan and I thought she was going to make it easier for me, but I completely forgot she's a carpenter. The thing is, I wanted real wood, but I also didn't want the wood to be coming into pieces where I had to put them together. That's just gonna be complicated for me, and I personally don't know how to use those type of tools to make it happen. So we got some professional help. This guy suggested this piece of plywood that he had, and on the top it had a nice maple finish, and it's exactly what I wanted. It's not wood all the way through, but at least the top had a nice thin layer, and then that's what I ended up going with. This cost me, if I'm not mistaken, about $70, which I think is pretty good, especially for such a large piece. All right, guys, so we just got to Home Depot. Oh wow, Home Depot. So when we were at Windsor Plier, I was also looking for slats, like something in the backdrop. And the last time when we did this backdrop, Joanna had to buy a big piece of thin plywood and she just cut it up. And like I said, I wanted to do this project myself, so I was looking for molding that I was already cut, and it was gonna cost way too much money. So I decided not to get anything at Windsor Plier, and then I was like, oh, maybe molding might be cheaper, a little bit cheaper at Home Depot. And I arrived to Home Depot and it's still really expensive. So this is where I caved in and I got these little pieces of plywood so that Joanna could make these cuts for me off camera. All right, let's get into the DIY part. So currently, you guys just saw me make these cuts. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to build the legs, and I'm gonna build them out by 2x4s with leftover of the plywood, the circle that I made. I have no idea what I'm doing, so thanks. Careful, careful, careful. I'm gonna use this round board here that Joanna had left over of this cat tree she made. It looks actually pretty dope. So I'm just gonna use the leftover of this and see. We're gonna wrap it. this the harder way. I could have just measured it and then cut it, but would it be me if I didn't do it the harder way? Feels really solid. I'm a little afraid how heavy this table might be, but it feels good. Focus. Hello. I feel like I'm happy I changed my idea and I did this way because it just feels so much more solid. Like I can work out with this. Can you tell I don't work out? So the last time you guys saw me, I was talking about how I was gonna buy the metal edge tape situation for the bottom of Sharon is literally mowing the lawn right now as I try to speak. So I don't even think you guys can hear me. Okay, so before I was rudely interrupted, basically I kind of wanted a gap between the floor and where the molding was going to start, and I wanted to put this nice like gold edge wrap around the legs to match my chairs in the dining room. And I was kind of waiting for this to come in from Amazon. I pretty much had two options. I could use like typical gold stickers, or I found this like heavy duty metal that's gonna look like super sophisticated and really add some dimension to the table. Get a little ghetto and a little creative because once again I really tried to brainstorm myself on how I wanted to do this table, and I had no idea how I was going to connect the legs to the top. Now I feel like you could glue it, or maybe there's some more professional way to do it, but I just use L brackets because I want to be able to take off the top, especially if we're moving, because this table would not fit through my door. So I was just kind of thinking of like future. I'm so excited about this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use wood glue, and then I'm also gonna use hot glue so that the wood glue won't stay right away, but at least the hot glue will give it something to grip on. You could see that the slats are way too short, and again, this is because I listened to professional advice and I should have stuck with my original plan. Now, I was not about to go buy more pieces of plywood and get them cut for it to fit to size. So I just decided to leave a little gap between the top of the table and there. It might look a little weird, but I feel like maybe in the future I will try to find some way to like cover it up. But in all honesty, later on you're gonna see you really don't see it, so I don't see it being a big deal. But when you do the project, make sure the length of your slats is the same length of your leg base. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at interior.break, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Dun, 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 dun.